Joining me live today in the Fly FM studio for Local Spotlight Week is local band The Half Eight. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
How are you all this morning?
Great, thank you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm fine now that we've got over the technical difficulties. I think we're all good to go now. So I'm going to have a little chat with you, which I'm very excited about. Tell me first, though, a little bit about you as a band. What genre of music do you play?
We're all from here, Nottingham, kind of, or this is the point where our houses converge, is Nottingham. We've
yeah, we each own a mansion that basically is the entire of Leicestershire, Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire, and that's just the bottom corner of the garden that we all...
I like that. I'm impressed.
yeah, so we all met at school. Ollie and James were in the band before I was, and then they added me, and it got infinitely better because, you know...
that's not been proven at any point, to be honest.
You just like to think that.
Yeah. So then we've been writing together for a very long time, and we've...
writing novels.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff, plays, films, not just music.
Have you actually?
I've started a screenplay.
Oh, nice.
We want, when we go on tour, we want to have like a...
And you've started a radio station, and Ollie and I once a long time ago wrote a little sketch show together.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I've written poetry, done drawings.
His poetry's
and art.
not very good.
It's fantastic.
I like this. So you're a very talented bunch of people then, because
I wouldn't go that far. You've not heard it.
It might be terrible.
We do it. It doesn't mean that it's any good.
Maybe stick to the music.
Yeah, I think that's probably
So what sort of genre would you say your music falls under then?
It's predominantly, well, we like to call it rock pop music, because pop rock is something quite specific.
Okay.
And the way that we always write our music is we're very, very influenced by not exclusively classic rock, but that kind of era. And
I
the
think
commitment to kind of...
the stadium. Sorry,
No,
I
it's fine,
hate it
that's
when we
fine.
cut each other off. It's just I knew where you were going with it, but the kind of scale of those kind of, like 70s,
Anthem.
80s,
Anthem
yeah,
rock is a
great
better
big,
description.
yeah.
So-
Anthem rock. That's
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
should call ourselves.
So and then the music is undeniably, whether we like it or not, quite commercial vocally and lyrically. So if you put the vocals on their own, sounds quite poppy. If you put the music on its own, it sounds quite rocky.
Oh, I like that. That's very clever. So who would you say your inspirations are then for your music?
Queen, the Beatles.
It kind of varies. It's
Yeah.
we all have
Some-
different influences. And I certainly think on this EP, I wouldn't say, oh yeah, well you can definitely go, well we like this, and this. I think you can hear a lot of different things.
We tend to kind of cherry pick little things from people, as opposed to like we really, really love. I can't think of anyone. Aerosmith. So all of our songs sound like they should be Aerosmith songs. We go like, I don't know, the Beatles did a really cool thing in this one song once, and I'd love to put something similar in one of ours. And
I think that always works really well, because then you're not actually copying anyone's sound, and then you get a unique sound because you're taking a load of inspiration from loads of different bands and artists, which I think works really well.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
it's just
that's
close
cool.
enough that people like it, but far enough away that you don't get sued. Which is the Half Eight in a nutshell.
The legal parts are very important.
Exactly.
You should be very careful.
We have a good lawyer.
Who's the lawyer? Yeah, any of you lawyers?
It's Charlie.
Yeah, I do all of our legal reading, to be fair.
Oh.
And
Boring.
James, yeah, it's pretty dull.
Yeah.
The worst thing when you have to read a document is a statement that could be like,
Yeah,
you're
cover
like,
in their back.
Don't press the button on the right becomes don't not underuse the left button in the essence of the right.
Yeah,
button
they kind
used by
of
the
go
farmer.
around the whole
Yeah.
thing, and it's just really annoying with law, isn't it?
You lose what they're talking about by the end of the sentence.
No, I
so.
completely get that. What's the meaning behind the band name then?
If you're really clever and you listen to the first song that you're about to play, you might figure it out.
Oh.
And we're also going to be releasing some music videos very soon.
Okay.
And if you can't figure it out by the song you're about to play, it's going to be pretty much in your face.
Oh, hang on. I think I might be able to guess it from what I've listened to. I listened to the EP. Is it something to do with like the beats? You know, like how you can have like a half beat? No.
That's
Oh, I'll have
very-
that. We'll have
Yeah,
that.
we'll
Go on, we'll
take
do
that.
that one.
Is that not it? Have I
No,
not quite
no,
got
But
it?
that's a very
We'll go
very
with it.
clever guess.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it maybe sounded like that, but I thought that maybe that might be the reason you're called a
We'll
half
go with
eight.
it. We'll go with it. The real reason is either very interesting or very boring, depending on where you sit on the
Fence.
fence on it.
Oh,
so
okay.
I think we'll go with the beats thing for now.
For now, and then we will review it in a bit. So,
Yeah.
do you want to
Yeah.
intro your first song off of your brand new EP?
Which song is it? Remind me.
It's the Time Zone.
Yeah, okay, right. This song is because it's lucky that I asked, otherwise I might have been misleading. This is the second track off of our new EP, Rose Tinted Soul. This is called Time Zones, and Ollie is going to tell you what to expect musically right before you hear it any second now.
A superfluity of noise underneath a very meaningful poem about long-distance relationships.
Okay, let's give it a whirl. Time Zones by the Half Eight on your student radio station Fly FM. It's local spotlight week, so today I've got the Half Eight live in the studio with me. Are you enjoying it so far? Please don't say no.
It's wonderful.
abysmal.
It's great.
No, it's fantastic.
I'm glad. I'm
So
glad.
much fun.
And you just said a dad joke, didn't you, Ollie? Because you were like,
Oh, that was off air for a reason. Yeah. No, James has got rips in his jeans, so just is like, oh, he's
and I was like,
new
that's
jeans.
such a dad joke to say.
Falling over.
And then you rounded it off with a
I did. It was quite a tragic ordeal just
Yeah, it
then,
was,
but
it was.
we'll go past that. So obviously that was the second song, but the first one that I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
I chose an order because I felt like would start because the first one on your EP is kind of slow, but I like it. I like the vibe. Whereas this one's kind of a bit more upbeat, so I thought we'd start with that one just because
Sure.
you know. I was told by Ollie last night on the phone that I was able to choose an order, so that's what I went with.
So I will say, technically speaking, that statement is incorrect.
Maybe you
Oh.
played If I Had You right first.
Yeah, because the first track is End It Right, and that has a faster BPM.
Oh, sorry,
than
no.
Time Zones.
Yes.
fast.
Sorry.
No, that's what I meant. Sorry, yeah, I'm playing If I Had You next. Is that
Okay.
the fair? I've
That's
lost.
the
It's a
That's
slow
the
one.
third
That's
one.
a- oh
We've
dear,
done it
but-
in a funny order.
Yeah,
That's why it's
so
confusing.
that one is coming second, and then the one that you said that you're trying to promote is coming last. So we're
Okay.
finishing with that
Uh-huh.
one, which is very exciting. So who writes all of the music then?
All of us. That's a boring answer for you, isn't it?
Oh, collaborative thing.
Yeah.
No, that's quite nice though, because I think it's nice. You know, when some bands I mean, it's great. Everyone works differently. They just have one person that writes the songs, and then everyone else writes the music and stuff. But I feel like if you all collaborate, that's a really nice thing. How does that
Yeah.
work then?
A multitude of different ways.
So someone comes up with a song, the other two go, don't like it. Then the other one goes, oh, go on, give it a chance. Then the other one's, no, don't like it. Then it's kind of like a bloodbath. Whoever survives that,
Gets to make the decisions.
yeah, gets to make the decision. And then that's what you do. No, not really. It's kind of.
Yeah, it happens lots of different ways. The most common way at the moment, and certainly on this EP, is one of us having an idea or a basis, and then showing the other two, and them going, "Oh, that's great. What if we add this, or tweak that, or polish whatever?"
Oh, I
the
like it.
The most interesting story for that is probably End It Right, but I don't want to spoil your order, so maybe we'll talk
Okay,
about that.
yeah, I'm
before.
sorry. I've just stepped in and ruined the whole order. I think you should just reorder your whole EP now because of me. Can you imagine?
The Fly FM remix.
Yeah, literally. I think that would be quite funny. So what's your inspiration behind all of your songwriting then? Do you take inspiration from everyday life, or is it kind of things that you imagine, or is it things from the past? Is it things you want to happen?
It's a very personal.
I feel like all
process
these
when
have already happened. It's like a they're all about the past.
all of these songs on this EP derive from personal experience and that kind of thing.
Nice. So obviously I just played Time Zones. What's that about? Or is
Yeah.
it down to interpretation?
It's not really that subtle when you listen to the lyrics. So it's about. I'll let someone else take this.
A difficult
It's
question.
about.
like,
It's
pass it
about.
on.
It's about a relationship between an
Sounds like you're gonna
airline
say something
pilot.
Funny.
an airline pilot and one of the stewardesses, but unfortunately one of them works for BA and the other one works for Qantas. So they're never actually able to speak on the phone because obviously they're either in the air or they're on different time zones. No, that's not really what it is.
On aeroplanes.
That would have been good.
It would have been, wouldn't it? But that's unfortunately not what it is.
I thought one of you worked for an airline then. I was like, oh, that would have been well exciting.
They're
Never
all
mind.
Trolley ladies or air hostess.
Here's the exit.
They've banned all of those new planes from flying over
Yeah,
England.
the Boeing thingamabob.
707 Max.
Yeah, no, they have.
Mm.
You're just completely avoiding the question there on what your song's about.
I'll twist
sorry.
it and tell you something I realised the other night, which is it's not a very interesting exclusive, but it's kind of an exclusive, is the first and second songs are kind of opposites of each other, because the story behind the first song is a relationship that doesn't work, that you're choosing to end for the best, so it doesn't, because it's the right thing to do. And the second song is it's very confusing messages, because the second song is a relationship that really does work and is
Time zones you're talking about.
yeah, and is meant, like, it's nice to be together or whatever, but having like a tantrum about it.
I like
So
it.
they kind of don't go together, but they sort of mirror each other
Yeah.
in a really weird way. So the first song is like, do the right thing, be mature. It's even got the words, I'll be mature in it. Second song is have a strop and have a Mardy.
So do you think that people, when they listen to music, do you think they actually listen and relate to the lyrics, or do you think that people listen to it as just like a musical piece? Or do you think it depends on the person?
It definitely depends on the person, but I think generally people, and it's certainly the way that we write, it's more about the message than about the lyrics. People tend to relate to the message, and what people do, what humans tend to do, is they omit the details subconsciously that don't fit. So I've seen on our Instagram people that really like time zones, which is very specifically about two different time zones, but people go, I relate to it so much. And then one person I saw
Lives
said,
like
they live like an hour away. So the
Okay.
message is distance, the story is very, very specific, which is too specific, I think, for most people to be able to relate to. But as is the case with most music, it's the message over the lyrics, and the feeling over specifically the chord sequences or something. It's about
Yeah.
feeling and message. That's the way that we write.
Cool. I like it. That's very interesting. I always find it really interesting how people write their music and stuff, and the process behind it and the meaning behind the songs. It's just very interesting. And going over to your Instagram as well, like, and looking at you as a band, and on Twitter and stuff, when I did a tweet, I was interviewing you. Your fans are amazing, and you have fan pages as well.
I know, it's crazy. We pay them all, but it's great.
We've got one in Spain,
We do. We have
We've
one
got
in Spain and
Estonia.
Colombia.
Estonia as well, I think.
I don't know. Do we?
Yeah.
How does it make you feel that you have a fan page?
It's very
Uplifting.
It's
Yeah.
nice, but the slightly control freak aspect of it, I found myself a week ago messaging one of them saying you should probably update your profile picture.
Oh my goodness! You're telling your fans what pictures they should have.
I'm not prescribing which one, but it was a very old
It
picture.
was
Oh,
like the
fair
first
enough.
picture we took.
Are they real fans then?
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. They are lovely people, and it's so nice of them to basically champion our band, because that's essentially what any band has. You have to start off with a core group of people, and I feel like we're really lucky to have a bunch of people that really support us as people.
Yeah.
And they've waited so long to hear music from us that now we've got it. The reaction's just been amazing. It's been very
that's
overwhelming.
So nice. And how long have you been together then?
A while.
In a relationship or as a band?
Yeah, we have there's a word for a 3-person relationship now.
Is there? Is it actually a thing?
I can't remember what it is,
I
but
thought
it
that
is
was
a
only
thing.
in other countries.
There probably is one for it. I have no idea what
You
it
can't
is.
get a 3-person marriage,
Yeah,
but you
sure.
can. There's a specific term for a 3-person.
Actually, I believe you can, but
So we just
Another debate.
sidetrack on everything you ask
I know,
us.
you're just like, woohoo,
This show's
let's
going to
go,
be about
everyone.
2.5 hours long.
It's all right. We've got time. We've got half an hour left. It's okay.
I've been told my worst feature is tangenting.
Yeah.
It's all the time.
But I can't remember what question I asked
Oh,
you now.
it's all right.
We've been doing this like professionally for like 2 years, haven't we?
2 years, yeah, 2 years together. And then, so now, have you released any music before now, or is this the first?
No,
set of
when
music?
James says we've been doing this for 2 years, I think really we've spent a whole year kind of sounds so lame. Working on ourselves.
Yeah.
So we spent an awful lot of time under each other's thumbs,
Yeah.
writing, deciding.
Just being happy with what we were about to release.
Basically wanting to being very concrete in what we'd like to be, and then it's all kind of come to this point. So it's not really been 2 years because, like you said, this is our debut release.
Oh, it's very exciting. We'll be talking about the EP very soon, and I'm also going to be playing another song off of your EP. But first, here is Katy Perry. Katy Perry with Change the Rhythm on Fly FM. You're listening to me, Emma Snow. It's local Spotlight Week, and in the studio with me today, I've got the Half Eight, and they are joined live in the studio with me right now. And how are you guys for playing a game?
I would love to. And I
Yes.
know James wants to talk about how much he loves playing games because he's not opened his mouth yet in the last 20
Yes.
minutes.
Yeah, I feel like we
course.
need to let James have a say. You two have
Yeah.
just been
Yeah.
going, and
Sorry.
James has just been sat there like, yeah, I'm having a good time.
Having a great
I'm
time
just
with
chilling.
my coffee
Yeah.
and no food or drink in the studio.
Oh yeah, we just won't tell anyone about that. It's fine. It's got a lid on it. It's okay. It's all right. I would say there's no cameras on, but there were cameras on. So yeah, oops. So yeah, I've picked up this game. It's actually like amazing, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So basically, I've done a take on Snog, Marry, Avoid, but collab, hang out, avoid.
Oh, okay.
No, that's good.
Yeah, so I've selected a range of different artists and bands, and you have to decide as a band who you would collab with, who you'd hang out
love
with,
this.
or who you'd avoid completely. And I may ask for a reason, but I feel like you guys will probably give a reason anyway as to
Yeah.
why.
Oh, definitely.
Are you saying we talk too much?
No, I like that. It's good. It's good. Okay, so the first one I've got for collab, hang out, avoid: Green Day, Catfish and the Bottlemen, or Oasis.
Oh.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
this.
We would all love to collab with Oasis, but because of the type of people they are, it'd probably be horrible and ruin the whole like don't meet your idols thing. And I've seen them in interviews. It'd probably be a pretty terrible time.
And also, you'd have
So-
to try and get them to be back together as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So
the
that's-
thing.
We'll say avoid Oasis, I think.
No. Avoid Catfish in the bottom, and they're boring, aren't they?
No.
Just think about it. Oasis, you go out, you hang out with them, hang out with those two, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, but they'll probably just tell you how terrible you are. Have you not seen?
Yeah,
Someone did
probably.
a
It'd be still funny.
Someone did a compilation video of all the times Noel Gallagher or Liam Gallagher said different bands suck. Just one after the other. There's hundreds.
I'll definitely be hanging out with them. If you want to avoid them, that's fine.
Okay, we can hang out with them then.
Okay.
Collaboration is a terrible idea.
Because Green Day is going to be collaboration.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
So you're collabing with Green Day. You're, did you say avoiding Oasis or
Yeah.
hanging out?
Avoiding.
Avoiding.
Oh, we are avoiding them.
Sorry, hanging out.
You're hanging out,
Sorry.
and then you're avoiding Catfish and the Bottomen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but only by default.
Aww.
Because we'd snog, marry both of them, all three of them.
All of the. That's not how the game works. You can't
Exactly.
bend the rules. Okay, next one. One Direction, Girls Aloud, or the Sugar Babes.
Oh,
Oh, this is great. Avoid the Sugar Babes.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah. Hang out with what are they called? I've forgotten what you just said.
Girls Aloud.
Definitely collab with One Direction.
Yeah, that'd be
Really?
great.
Although, do they really write any of the songs? Do you want to collab with the
Yeah, they
actual people
do.
that write
You
it?
could
Yes,
write
they
the
do.
songs, but you would just have to take the credit.
That's fine.
That's fine.
We'll do
That'll
that way.
No, we all actually. You laughed when you said it, but we all actually really like most of One
Massive,
Direction's music.
massive One
Really?
Direction
See,
fans.
like listening to music and chatting to you guys, like with your whole like band image and everything, I would not have thought you'd like One Direction, but that's
album
so
three.
cool.
They
It's
they
very
have a
good.
really misleading brand.
Mm.
So a lot of people see teenage girls or very very young girls and go, "Oh, they must suck," and they're not for me. But especially if you listen to
Album
3, 4,
What are your
5
favourite
as well.
songs by One Direction?
Probably Midnight
Midnight
Memories.
Memories, I
Best
would have
song
thought so.
ever.
Oh, they're good songs to be fair.
The big anthem songs.
Yeah,
they
are.
they have a lot of good songs that people just overlook because of their brand.
I wish I'd written Stockholm
I
Syndrome.
was about to say that.
I
Song.
think that's amazing.
I don't
That-
think I've heard that one.
it's
I'm not a
very-
massive One
Harry-
Direction
very-
fan.
Harry Styles.
Harry
wrote that.
Styles wrote it, and he's just done it on his new tour, like in a
That-
different
it's
way. It's
kinda-
just fantastic.
You know what? I think Harry Styles is super cool. You know his album that he released? I love it. I
So
think it's so
classic.
good. It's really different. It's not anything like you'd expect him to release being in like a
But
boy
as
band.
as fans of that band, I think his is the most artistically done. Yeah, it's not done from a marketing point of view. I think that's the most genuine of the ones that have been released. Like, I think Zayn's first one definitely was genuine, and then his second one that came out, I think that was
the
a
irony
bit.
of both of those. They're when you listen, they're clearly not going, this is going to sell. They're just going, I want to do this, and they're the kind of the two albums that have done the best, aren't they?
I think, I think Niles was great, and I think he had some great singles on it. Sounds like such a One Direction nerd, but I think they Niles was good. For me, the album, it wasn't something that I listened to a lot. I think I found, mainly, I guess it's from where our tastes come. I think Harry Styles has got that. He knows what he likes. He's not trying to do.
Yeah, he's just being
just
him, isn't
something
he?
else.
He's just doing
And I
what he
think
wants to do.
Liam Payne's had some good songs, but
It's not my thing.
not
No.
not so much now, because I feel like he's always chasing what's happening now, because I don't think the position he's in, his record company will just let him make an out-and-out hip-hop
Really
record.
good song as well.
Two of us this new one is
I
wicked.
haven't listened to it, but apparently I think it's about his mum.
Yeah, it's about his mum.
passed away, and that's so sweet. But I haven't listened to it, and so yeah.
It's good. I think
that.
that's the best one he's released, actually.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's really interesting that you've picked One Direction to collab with. Okay, next one: Adele, Cheryl, or Dua Lipa.
Cheryl can get lost. Sorry, I'm calling that.
So you'd avoid her.
Hang out with Adele.
I think
I'd
it'd be
have
fun
said
to
the other
hang
way
out with.
around.
And I would marry Dua Lipa.
That wasn't an option.
I know, but I would. I'm just saying it.
Would you collab with Dua Lipa
Definitely.
and also marry? So you could collab and then you could work on the marriage. You could propose.
Exactly,
her
that
during...
could be a great first date, you know.
Exactly.
Hey, I've got this song. Can I have your number? Hey, I've got this song. Come sing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think she's amazing. And she's not touring, and I read a thing, she's not doing any festivals this year, which is annoying, but that's so that she can get her music out quicker
Oh yeah.
for her second
'cause
record,
it's been-
which is going to be wicked.
It's been quite a while actually. I think her last album came out
2017?
Yeah, 2017. So I feel like a new album would be quite nice from Julie, because I actually think the album was really good. I think she released some extra tracks on it too, and they were really good as well. Okay, next lot: Sam Smith, Ariana Grande, and Calvin Harris.
Oh,
Avoid Sam Smith.
Yeah,
Okay.
Calvin Harris seems to basically make every song good.
I would hang out with Calvin Harris, and I would collaborate with Ariana Grande.
Really?
I just think her voice is like audio chocolate. It's amazing.
Audio chocolate.
It is.
No, she's great.
I've got to be honest. I wasn't really on the hype like 2013 with like kind of the staple Ariana Grande songs which started, but Dangerous Woman and Sweetener and Thank You Next. I just think some of the songs. Thank You Next is a record I love. I think there's a song on there called Bloodline, which is one of those songs where she's singing about stuff that people have sung about loads of times, but I've never heard anyone sing it like that.
I really like that song.
That
It's
is
really
awesome,
good.
isn't
I
it?
really like her new album. I think it's fab.
It's just wicked.
I listened to it and I was like, yes, this is good. And I had it on repeat. And now, you know, when you have something on repeat for a bit too long and then you're like, I should probably stop listening to this now. And it just gets a bit repetitive. And then I'm a bit like, okay, I'm just going to give it a bit of a break now and then come back to it, because otherwise I will hate it if I listen to it anymore. So,
I don't know if either of you two know, but there's a demo of ours from a while ago that I wrote as a kind of like a musical. It sounds silly because it wasn't for me, but it was like a musical reply to "Did you hear Into You?" by
yeah.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah, love that song. Oh, interesting.
No one's gonna hear that demo.
No, well, it might
But-
do. Like, you know, later on down the line, you never know.
It's not
Might
the
happen.
best song I've ever written. So
What's the next one?
The next one: Beyonce, Katy Perry, or Rihanna.
collab with Beyonce. She's incredible.
You would have to. You'd be silly not to.
Avoid Rihanna. She's not done anything in a while.
No,
She's got
she
a new album
hasn't.
coming out though.
No, I
Yeah.
There's
just-
a small
I
baby.
personally-
There's only one person that's heard it, and it's her friend's baby. She put it on her Instagram or her Snapchat the other day, just this baby in headphones, and that's the only other. This 8-month-old is the only other person other than the record company and her that's
At
heard
least
the
you
album.
at least you can trust that the baby's not going to leak it. So
Exactly.
you know.
What's your thoughts on track one?
like, okay. So you'd collab with Beyonce, avoid Rihanna, and
I'm gonna have to disagree.
hang out with
I
Katy
can't
Perry?
agree with those two. Katy Perry
Oh.
freaks me out too much now.
Oh, so you
I-
wouldn't hang out with her? You'd avoid
No,
her.
I definitely.
Yeah, but you
avoid
got to think this way.
current
You're hanging out with
Perry.
Katy Perry. You go, let's go out for dinner. She goes, oh, is it all right if Orlando comes? hours
And
of
then she goes,
Lord of the Rings
Oh, hello.
chat.
Oh, I'll
even
bring my
together
ex-boyfriend. Russell Brand turns up.
Exactly.
And then
you
you're
got
in
to
for a
think of the
funny night.
connections. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
You're
can't,
not
yeah.
thinking that through.
I'd,
All it
I'd
is
rather hang
dinner.
out with Rihanna.
He can't be swayed.
I really like kind of raw era Katy Perry, but from the new album era, she's too weird for me.
So you're
And
a
we
bit
only
freaked
know
out.
Umbrella by Rihanna, unless
Oh.
apart from the collaboration with Eminem.
When Umbrella was released that summer, it rained and it didn't stop raining.
The
now-
irony.
Yeah, and now every time I hear it, I'm like, no, it's gonna rain now. Don't take it off the radio. Stop it. Okay. Next one. Well, actually, this is the final one. Ed Sheeran, McFly, or the 1975s. Oh, you're grimacing. You're like,
Oh, I
ugh.
love
It's
all
so
of them.
hard.
Is that a hard one?
Well, I'd love. Tell you what, to be pragmatic with it, I'd love to. Unfortunately, I would have to avoid McFly simply because we've kind of sort of already met them. I think.
Yeah,
What?
I've met them.
Yeah,
No way.
We've got
cool.
we've got a pink ukulele signed by all of them, so I feel like we've completed.
We've
yeah,
completed
you've
McFly.
done that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
would
you
But
can
hang out-
that's the
avoid
hardest
them.
question you've asked.
I would hang out with the 1975. I think they're
Okay.
very, very interesting people,
Mhm.
and I would.
Collab with Ed Sheeran for number one.
Yeah, exactly. Think of the money.
I like the tactics here. That's
Yeah.
very clever. Actually, my friend Zach, who's a presenter here, he said that he thinks you guys sound like the old school 1975.
Oh, that's very
cool.
kind of you. Thank you, Zach. We'll pay you later.
Yeah, he might swing by and say hi. I'm not sure. He
For
said
the
he might
tenner we
do
owe
so. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be playing the next song on your EP. It's not actually the next one, but it's called "If I Had You."
Which is track 3 on
Which is
Rose
track
Tinted Soul,
3.
for anyone that's following that.
So would you guys like to introduce that one?
This song is called "If Fired You."
If I had you. I really.
If I Had You by the Half 8 on Fly FM. We've currently lost 2 members. Oh no,
Yeah.
they're back. They're back. They are back. Okay, so we're going to be chatting about the EP. So the new EP is called Rose Tinted Soul. Tell me about it.
It's got 3 tracks. It's a musical record.
Why Rose Tinted Soul?
Well, if people are super interested, we came up with the phrase ourselves, and if you go on our Instagram, the Half 8 Band, we wrote out an official definition for it. You get it
Nice
up if you're
one.
interested.
I can try and find it. I'm not sure how quick I can be, but that is. Oh no, it's not.
Hey.
There we go. We're back.
go.
We're back on. It's because you weren't here and then now you are, but your mic is on. So yeah, I will have a look for that. But so tell me about what your release is going to be like for the EP. So you've got the EP gig launch.
Launch.
Oh, yeah,
I was
sorry.
confused then. I was like, it's already
It's already
released.
out, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I meant the gig launch. That's my fault.
So we're going to be doing it at Rough Trade next Friday, 22nd
Yes.
of March, which we're very much looking forward to. We're going to be playing the EP in full for the first time, and we're going to be playing some other songs around it. I think our plan is really to take you into the space and transform it into essentially the landscape of the EP visually in some kind of way. It's not like, unfortunately we don't have the production budget to completely change the space, but
Yeah.
the idea is still to almost make Rough Trade our own and make it about the EP, and hopefully leave people will leave having experienced the EP in physical and audio form.
You can also buy stuff after the show, probably.
Oh, nice.
Like set dressing.
Yeah,
Have
we've
you got
had well,
merch and stuff.
we do, yeah.
Yeah.
And interested, it wasn't my idea, so I'm not going to take credit for it. I think it was Ollie actually, but we're also going to have a I'm not going to give too much away, but we're going to have a little thing where everyone that attends can like sign their name, like when you were at school and everyone used to sign their desks.
Oh yeah.
So
or like a
we're-
T-shirt when it was the last day at
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
I like that.
So
So,
we got that.
have you got anyone supporting you or?
We do. We have the wonderful pop punk artist from Manchester known as Bronny. Her Instagram is Bronny Music, but that's not her surname, interestingly enough.
Her surname is Hughes, which is No relation to our James, unfortunately.
Oh, that is weird,
Yeah.
but cool at the same time. So, are you expecting a good turnout? I'm assuming you are because you've got a massive fan base.
Well,
And
we're
obviously
hoping.
I'm coming down, so
I
I'll
think
help.
if you're coming down, then we're now on 4,
Yeah.
including
It's my
us.
mum.
Well, no, because you've kindly invited me down, which is super nice, and I'm so excited to come and check you guys out. Because obviously I've heard your EP and I've not seen you live, so I'm super excited. It's going to
Well,
be
we're
fun.
super excited for you to be there.
Aw,
you will
thank
bring
you.
your natural aura of loveliness to
Thanks.
our occasion.
I will take that. I'll take that. So just quickly, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we play the final song off your E EP?
Where to
Tickets
get it?
are still available for the EP because it's quite a big place, and if you want, I don't know what I'm saying now.
If you have
there are
relatives-
still spaces.
Relatives that you know, aunties, uncles, sisters, brothers.
Dogs, cats.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
It's
yeah,
co-
bring all the animals. I'm
Turtles.
down for that.
It's coming up to
But-
Mother's and Father's Day. I know Father's Day's in June, but let's pretend it is. It's a wonderful Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day gift. I mean, none of it's themed around that, but you can buy them that for £4 and they will have a wonderful time with you.
Of course, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And just tell me a little bit about the song "End It Right" because we're finishing with that song, "Ending It Right," of course. Clever.
Look what we did there.
And you said that this song you're going to maybe release it as a single. Is that right?
Yeah, we're going to be having a music video for it coming out very soon. Just before I answer your proper question, I'm just going to say, if people actually do want tickets, because we've not actually told anyone where to get them,
Yeah.
they are exclusively available at thehalf8.com/shop, and they are only £4.
Oh,
So that's,
Bargain.
in my
Bargain,
opinion, that's
bargain.
really, really cheap.
That is good value for
So-
sure.
Yeah, go get your tickets there. There are still some available. End It Right is the most interesting story about songwriting, but James has barely spoken and he knows the story because he lived it. So
Yes.
why don't you go for it?
I think the story came from country listening to. Ollie, you told me to write a song based upon another band,
Did I?
sort of, and basically, all my songs start with acoustic guitar. Not all of them, but most of them start with acoustic guitar. And I'm really into country, so the song sounded really countrified, and I sent it to Charlie. I think I sent it to you as well, Ollie. But I sent it a voice memo on Snapchat. And
Nice.
what Charlie actually heard of the demo
Yeah, I
that I
heard a
sent
really
him.
terrible representation of
Yeah,
what it sounded
it was like more like a club mix he interpreted, and then when he
Yeah, but I thought it sounded great. I did.
You
and
like
then-
it has potential.
yeah,
No, I thought it sounded done. I thought it sounded
Oh.
amazing. I loved the vocal melody. That the first 2 lines of the chorus were the only real lyrics that were there, but he had the whole melody, and I just thought it sounded really great. And I got what he was trying to say in those 2 words, and all I could hear was a really loud kind of slide guitar and really heavy kick drum. So I thought it was like this big anthemic song, and I got really excited about it. And then the next day, I asked to hear the proper demo, and it was really, really, really country, and I was a little bit disappointed. But then James gave me permission to kind of like steer it back the way I thought it was in the first place.
so yeah, this is End It Right.
End It Right by the Half 8 on your student radio station Fly FM. Thank you guys for coming in and talking to me today.
Thank you
It's
for
been
having
so
us.
much.
Thank you.
great fun. I've enjoyed it so much and I hope you have too. Make sure you check them out though on their social media, the Half 8, and you can get all of their gig info and everything. And make sure you stay tuned for Taylor. She's up next.